Amazing tip to graduate college. Hello and welcome to the School Counseling Life channel, where we dive into the world of school counseling. I'm your host, Mr. Jones. Today I'll be giving you guys my number one tip for surviving college and passing your classes. I tell so many students that it's not always your fault that you failed a class. Sometimes you do, in fact, have a professor that tests you on items that they did not teach. I've been in your shoes and failed classes that had extremely difficult professors. One day during my freshman year, I learned these 3 words that helped me pass the rest of my courses in college. Rate my professor. This website saved my life while attending college and will possibly save yours. The one thing many of you know when trying to get into a number of different programs, such as nursing or transferring to a big 4-year school, is that you're going to need a decently high GPA to get into these schools or programs because many of them are impacted. This website can be the difference between passing or failing your classes. This is the reason Rate My Professor is my number one tip for graduating from college. Now let's dive into how to use this site. Go to ratemyprofessors.com. In this example, I will be searching Antelope Valley College for our school. And you're going to see that it pops up professors and schools. So we're going to go down to schools. Next, we will scroll down and it'll show us the top professors that we can click on. So top professors, view all professors. And then you're going to choose either a department or you're going to choose a professor's name. And for this example, I'm going to choose a professor that I had because he was an awesome professor, but let's check out his reviews, right? All right, so now once you're on the review page for a professor, and you can type in any professor that you might have, okay? And make sure you do this kind of before you take the class. That's the whole reason for this video, because you want to see what other people say about the professor. Now, not all people are going to say good things about a professor that you might like, but also if everybody says this professor failed them, then at least you can know that. Or if everyone says, you know, I passed the class and I got an A, and mostly everybody got A's, then more than likely you're going to have a pretty good chance of getting an A as well. So that's why this is my number one tip. Now let's scroll down, and you're going to see that you can look at the class. So for this professor, the class is Chem 101. And so if that's going to be the class that you're going to be signing up for, because some teachers do actually teach multiple classes, make sure it's the correct class here. And then you're going to see, well, the grade received. So this person received an A-. And then you can read their comment. One of the best instructors I've ever had, very caring, straightforward, realistic about expectations in his class. Rather than sitting in class writing notes for lecture, he worked problems out to give us the practice we need. He also gave quizzes every class that were used towards extra credit. So this teacher is very awesome. And you can continue to scroll, and now you're like, well, okay, that's a few awesome comments. Let's try to find one that's not so awesome. All right, here's a poor one. This professor made things way too easy. All right, well, this student obviously would like to be learning a little bit more in this class. Maybe this student just thinks it's too easy, thinks college is too easy. But the student still received an A. So yeah, maybe they didn't learn as much as they wanted to, but for a lot of students, and when I took that class specifically, this teacher really helped students that weren't that great at math. And I think that was very kind and caring of them, because many teachers just assume that you're in chemistry class and you know how to do a lot of higher level math, and many students do not. Most students don't like math. And so definitely you want to look through these comments and try to look for the good and the bad. And that's kind of how I judge it. And you can also look at level of difficulty. This is like a 3.0, 4.0, 1.0, and then kind of look from there. But a big thing I always look at is the grade received, A-, A+. So then you kind of know, like, this teacher, most likely I'm going to probably get an A in this class. And this is going to be one less class you have to really worry about. You're still going to have to do the work, obviously, but you're not going to have to worry about too many problems like failing the class or having to drop the class because the professor is too difficult. Now, you can definitely look up any professor that you want at any school site, and I highly recommend doing this because it's going to be the difference between passing a class and failing a class. Thank you guys very much for listening to this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a great day.